Hey everybody, it is Friday, September 5th, 2025. It is 3:34 p.m. in my locale. It's about 50 degrees. Okay, we've had a little bit of rain, a little bit of sun, and excuse me, I've tried to make this video twice, and I have come off being very, very angry by my own estimation, so I wiped it out. So let's go back to our old format. Let's start with our daily Zen poem. Cloudy mountains fold on fold, how many thousands of them? Shady valley road runs deep, all trace of people gone. Green torrents, pure clear flow, no place more full of beauty. Birds sing in my own heart's harmony. Shite 7:30. Now, if that doesn't describe where I am right now, Shady Valley road runs deep, all traces of people gone. That's it. We have 2 campers up on top. I think I've seen 3 people here today since I opened the gate at about 6:45. So it's been very, very slow. Labor Day was a little bit busy down the hill toward the lake, but it is what it is. All right, so let's say we go for our rune pull. And by the way, Bodhi's fine. He's right here. He's having a snack. All right. That is a very, very masculine rune. And I don't think we've pulled it in a while, so we're going to go back to the book. So hang tight. T-Wise 113. Okay. T-Wise. Warrior energy, the Sky God 2. It's the rune of the spiritual warrior, and the spiritual warrior is always battling with the self. A will through action, yet unattached to outcomes. Mindful, all you can really do is stay out of your own way. Let the will of heaven flow through you. This is the sort of discrimination that enables you to cut away old, dead, and extraneous. And yet you know that the universe will always have its first move. Patience is the virtue of this rune. The reward of patience is patience. Look in to delve down to the foundations of your life. Only in doing so can you hope to find the deepest needs of your nature and tap into your most profound resources. The molding of your character is in this spread. The sun, the masculine energy, the active principle, the urge toward conquest is here, including self-conquest. You have to be aware, single-minded, and being willing to go through your passage. In the issues of a relationship or a devotion to a cause or an idea or path, be perseverant, although at times you must be patient. Okay? This is the struggle of you with you, which is kind of nice given what's going on right now because my contract expires on the 28th of September. I will go up the top of the hill. I will take care of a few things. I'm kicking everybody out on the 26th. On the 28th, I'm locking everything up. And at noon, I'm going to be standing with my boss. And I'm going to hand him my keys and the last of the finances and get back on the road. Now, where am I going? I don't know. I don't have another gig yet. Maybe I'll go to Santa Fe for a couple days because it's only 80 miles down the road. Maybe I'll head back toward Florida. Maybe Kerry will call and I will be heading straight home to die. That would be the better one out of the 3, I will tell you that. But let's see what happens. Now, we're going to get to the harder part. I was having an issue that was deeply personal, and I'm not going to discuss it here. It had to do with something completely outside the realm of everything, but it was very personal. The second issue I was having was that I was losing balance again. And I'll tell you, trying to not get angry, okay? I was working, and I was working with some very nice people, some not very nice people, but when you deal with people, what are you going to get, right? And I could feel myself slipping out of balance. I would go to work, I would meditate, I would go to sleep, I would go to work, I would meditate because I was becoming upset. One of the things that a lot of people don't know about me is that I have an absolutely terrible temper. And it's taken many years to get it under control. Not yelling, not screaming, more at grab pieces of furniture and throw them at you and then come after you type of temper. And it took years to get that under control. Years. And I knew I had slipped out of balance when I was doing something behind the rig, and it was a box I was using. I couldn't close it. It was one of those plastic containers, and it wasn't closing right. And after about the fourth time, I used some language which I probably shouldn't have used. I picked that box up and threw it against a tree and broke it. And said, "Oh boy, are you out of balance." Cleaned up the pieces, went inside and said, "All right, what's wrong?" And the what's wrong is that people are stupid. And it was beginning to grind on that third piece of my diagnosis, the PTSD part. I will tell somebody A, B, C, and D very clearly, very pleasantly, no stuttering, no anything. And they'll look at me with that, what they call it now is the Gen Z stare. And then they will ask me about A, which I already told them. I was getting tired of being told what to do by either people that weren't in charge or may not have known what to do, or both. You know, I can take direction and I'm always willing to learn. But when I'm dealing with somebody who's just shouting at me, I'm like, all right, if you're yelling, there's only one of three things going on. You're being abused, you're an abuser, you're a garden variety asshole. And the magic is, generally they were garden variety assholes. And that was beginning to stress me out. Really set that PTSD itch off. I was getting frustrated by being told what to do by my lessers, or doing something properly and then getting coaching on the job I already did properly. If I did it right, why are you talking? Shut up. I was getting frustrated when I would say, hey, not sure what to do here. This one's new. What should I do? And then I would speak to somebody and they would say, oh, do this. Or maybe I did something, next time do that. Then that's fine. And then 15 minutes later, somebody would come back and go, let me amend that. Whoa. You're in charge. And you're telling me what to do. And then you're adjusting what to do, even though you're already in charge. Tell me you have no idea how to do your job. Tell me you have no idea what's going on. Tell me that whoever's in charge is either one of two things: burned out beyond belief or female. There's only two answers to this. Well, there's a third, and that could be a DEI hire, but I'm not getting into it. And it was grinding on me, and grinding on me, and grinding on me. Why are people dumber than me telling me what to do? Why am I doing it right and then being told to correct what I'm doing right? Why are people, specifically women, telling me what to do and they don't know what to do? And I just blew up. So I started to say, okay, well, you need to finish this. Look for something else. Then that first personal thing occurred. Now I'm out here. Okay, and it is 20 miles away from the nearest ranger station. And it is 71 miles away from the nearest town, which is Taos, New Mexico. I am surrounded by pine trees, birch trees, cows, and I deal with people in extremely small doses. There's only one person on site. Me. I see my boss once a week, give or take. Now, he may say, hey, adjust this on the paperwork or do this, that. And his wife might say, hey, I had to correct this. I had to correct. That's all good. But we're also all the same age. If we're all about the same age. So we don't deal with a lot of BS. Again, you can take effective coaching and correction, but being told by somebody who is dumber than you and less than you what to do or correcting you when you're doing your job right, that will grind on you. Eventually, it will kill you. I was watching my blood pressure spike. I would be like 10 minutes before work, boom, 140 to 80. Why? Got to go deal with the dumb people. Some of the guests are dumb too. Like I said, you'd say, hey, A, B, C, D. They'd look at you. What about A? Did I just say that? I think I just said that. Just absolutely, positively frustrating. And I can't blame anyone. I can't blame the people that were in charge. I can't blame the guests. I can't blame anything. I have to blame the planet Earth. I have to blame our society. I have to blame the education system, the television, the drugs they're taking, anything that have made them just so mindless and stupid. Just flipping stupid. I still get an itch on the back of my teeth when somebody holds up their PhD from CNN and I'm going, wait, I did this for 30 years on the ground. You watch 2 segments of some gray goo people programming you. No, you didn't do the work. You don't know this. And if somebody has something to offer, they can do the work. I'm going to shut up. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to take notes. I'm going to ask good questions and ask to try. So I want to learn. And I think that that's one of the biggest components today in our society. People don't want to learn. They want to be told what to do and avoid responsibility or accountability. And that's it. And it was making my back teeth itch. Now, I'm not liking leaving here on the 28th because I love my solitude. I knew I had to go back to the woods. 9,000 feet in the air. I have a bit of a climber's cough. But the woods and nobody, dealing with people in limited doses, it really is a healing process. It truly is. And the people I meet are a mixed bag. Some people are really cool. Some people are, no habla. Well, how did you get in? How did you get a driver's license in the state of New Mexico to operate a motor vehicle to get all the way up here and you can't speak the language? Putting my periscope up, it's the same thing. That illegal alien from India that killed 3 people on the Florida Turnpike. Every picture I saw of him, no remorse. Nothing behind those eyes. He doesn't care because he doesn't care about anything. He just tried to run back to California where he got his illegal CDL. Very frustrating. Especially because I'm going to have to get back on the road. Now I got to look at every truck and go, oh, here we go. And getting from where I was to here, I did stay at a number of truck stops and it was pretty good. And I did notice that people self-segregated. If you couldn't speak the language or anything else, they parked in a whole different place, if not in the truck stop alone. So it is what it was. All I can say is that it was a good, there's a phone ringing. It was a good healing structure. Felt pretty good about it. Gonna miss it. I don't know what my next thing I'm gonna do is. And I'm really hoping that I can find another position of this level of solitude. I was worried that if I went out to the woods, I wouldn't be able to come back, and that's possible. Maybe I got to go be a night security guard. Maybe I got to go be a single person working on stuff. Who knows? All I know is the less people, the less stress, the less upset, and the less my PTSD gets set off. Because there's less people. Less dumb people. Less dumb people telling me what to do people. And the problem is, they seem to keep getting bigger. And that means I seem to keep running further. All right. So, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Other than this guy. Come here, you want to be on the camera? Other than this guy, who goes to work with me every day when I have to make my rounds every 2 hours or so. He's a fearsome butter, but he can get in and out of the car. All right. I'm starting to get to the point where it's him, and I can't seem to put up with anybody else. Or very few people. And I think it really is because the more people I talk to, the dumber they appear. But they think they're great. They think they are the cat's pajamas. Another point. Excuse me. Dunning-Kruger. They're unskilled and unaware of it. At least I know my limitations for the most part. I'm not perfect. If I don't know something, I go, I'm not sure I know about that. I know maybe a little bit, but you know more, so talk to me. But these people think that they know everything, and then when measured on it, they don't. They're dumb. They're herd animals like the cows that wander around all day long here. They're gray, empty things. And then they walk up to me and go, you need to do it this way. You don't have a mind. You got your information download when you listened to CNN this morning, and that's what you have to be angry about today. You don't know, you're unskilled, you're unaware of it, and you're talking to me. And I'm finding it much easier now to stand up, shut my mouth, turn around, and walk away. In the middle of their sentence. I just don't have time. I don't know how much time is left for me. But I know I don't have time for this. At all. Speaking of, my health is getting, my leg's getting a little better every day. But it's not perfect. I'm not going to say it's perfect. Still, I get hit with fatigue. And, that's going to happen. No curing of that. I think the fresh air and sunshine and, doing very simple tasks by myself certainly is very, very helpful. So as we move forward, I think that's the place we need to start thinking about. I've gotten a couple of calls, maybe an interview or two, and I do it. I don't know how I can go back into that world. Dumb people, less than me, unskilled and unaware of it, telling me what to do. And at some point in time, I'm just going to stand there and I'm just going to bleed out the eyes or have an aneurysm. And they're going to go, I don't know what happened. Wait, we have to turn the TV on and get our instructions. And they'll leave me there if they don't pick my pockets or steal my shoes. Because there's no morality anymore either. There's nothing there. It's just one big emptiness. And the last time I looked at history, put my periscope up, the last time there was a sense of, in the last century, last 150 years, of that level of emptiness. Dumb people plodding along, doing as they're told, and then complaining about it, but not doing anything about it, was during the Russian Revolution, when communism came into play. People just stopped. They just repeated whatever they were told, and then they went back and grazed, because there was no sense in fighting. Well, given the state of the world today and what's going on, yeah, I think I'm going to go out standing up. Probably screaming, swinging. I got Bodie. Bodie's job is to slow you down until I can get there. Once I get there, I can finish it off. But it's very frustrating, and I'm a little sad that I'm going to have to leave this place when it has actually healed me so much. And the reason that it healed me, honest to goodness, is because there was nobody else here. The dumb and small doses. Time to go for a walk. Simple tasks done very well. Once a week, turn in some paperwork and some money. They invited me back for next year because I don't need something called supervision. I can do it by myself. The only other thing I could think about doing is going back to Florida and going to my property and just holding up and just staying there. Unless Kerry calls me, I can't see what else to do besides try to find something. But rather than put you on a downer, we're going to put you on an upper. That's the other problem today. People taking too many drugs. Safe and effective, right, guys? Yeah. If you don't take care of yourself, nobody else will. Thank you, Mom. Are they like-minded? Do they share your values? Do they have something to offer? Can they use discernment with new data coming in? Or no, out you go. Not only is it too late, that train's gone. I can't even see it anymore in the distance. It's over. Ladies, if you have to go out, please mind yourselves, mind your children. Keep your head out of your damn phone. Make sure you go as a group if possible. And take some form of personal protection. What that means to you, what that means to you. Gentlemen, exact same thing. Go as a group, keep trips short and sweet. Essentials, not luxuries. Take something to protect yourself. Remember, there are people out there, and even more of them. Some of them are supposed to be here. Purple hair, septum ring, big goofy glasses. Some of them aren't supposed to be here, and they still hate you. And they want what you earned because they think they deserve it. Don't let them have it. And don't let the will to act be the highest hurdle. If somebody's threatening you or somebody's threatening your stuff or your family or your car, eliminate the threat. Don't let the will to act be the highest hurdle. Protect yourself because nobody else will. Remember, Mom? If you don't take care of you, nobody else will. I will check in as soon as I can. I'm going to have to go out in the truck with the boy. We got to go around the campsite, 38 spots, and then down by the lake. So that's a whole 20-minute process. So from semi-sunny Tres Piedras, New Mexico, this is the Old Hermit with Wi-Fi and Bodie. We're hoping that you are having a great day. Bye-bye.